Hello, 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 everyone. It is Teresa from Teresa's Spot for Art. Long time no see, you guys. What am I doing? I'm getting my time lapse ready because otherwise I will forget. So, how is everyone? How has your day been going? Have you been watching the other videos in the Crafty Bunch today? Welcome to the Remember Me Memorial Day Weekend Crafty Bunch event. So, how is everyone? I'm going to put out some paint while we talk. Oh, that's not the link I wanted. Here's the link I wanted. There you go. There's the link. Welcome to the Remember Me event. And there is the link for the Crafty Bunch. So if you are catching me on my page, when I'm done, you can head over to the Crafty Bunch to watch who's after me. I think there's one more after me. And we've been going all day, all day. If you want to put your comments in there, I should be able to see them. I think I'm seeing comments tonight, so that would be good. I'm painting on this canvas tote bag. I've traced my design on, and I have a piece of cardboard in the tote. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, thank you. I have a piece of cardboard on the inside of the tote, and then I've just used these little, this one I'm probably going to move. These little tiny clothespins that I use for junk journaling. I've used them to hold the cardboard in place and the tote bag the way I need it. Let me turn you guys around. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. There we go. And then this. There we are. Okay. So I have out my design. I already said I traced that on there. And I just used graphite paper, regular graphite paper, and traced it on like I normally would on canvas or on any other hard surface. Same thing. I used my graphite paper and my tracer and traced it on. I'm putting a little bit of this textile medium in this cup because I'm going to dip my brush in it. This just helps the paint flow better on, first of all, it helps the paint flow better on the material. And second, it helps the paint not crack. So as I use this, especially when I'm doing t-shirts. I'm loading my brush with white. Especially when I'm doing t-shirts. But I also will use it when I am painting on canvas. And I'm just going to go around. I want the background of this to be a little bit messy. Because this is a tote bag, it doesn't really have what we would say would be like an edge or boundary or whatever. So let me come in here. I'm going to trace out what is going to be my sunflower, and I'm going to start painting. Hello, Capri. Thank you, thank you. It has been a while, girlfriend. It has been a hot minute. I don't know where the time goes. I keep saying I need to. This is actually why I'm back in the Crafty Bunch, and I told Mama P, I needed to commit. I need accountability. So here I am. And honestly, I've been doing this little part-time job, and it is kicking my butt. It is at a nursery, and it is kicking my butt. And if I wasn't committed to this tonight, you probably wouldn't be seeing me. So thank you, Mama P, for providing this safe environment and this really nurturing and supportive environment for us creatives in the Crafty Bunch. And so now here I am back. Okay? Because I'm like, oh, I'm going to start planning and going live the same day every week. And that didn't happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I missed you too. It's a couple of my followers that I do miss. So I'm painting on this tote bag, which is pretty good because I'm doing a class with these. Not this design, but I am doing a class with tote bags in mid-June. And I'm just doing the outside border around my flower with a mixture of blue and white. My tote bag was wrinkled up. I will sleep well tonight. My tote bag was wrinkled up, and I like how the paint is settling in and being darker and lighter in some areas where the crevices are. I was like, do I have to iron all these bags? But you know what? I like that. So that's how it is going to be. I like painting on things besides canvas. Can only have so many canvases. Well, obviously you can't see them right now, but we can only have so many canvases, right? Let me get a little bit more white. So how's everybody doing? Did you guys catch anybody else today? Whose did you like? I missed people today. I'm going to snuggle up with a nice warm cup of tea because it's been winter here. I think they can be wadded up a little bit so they'll. Oh, that's even a better idea. Wad it up and create more wrinkles. That is a great idea. I do have some. You know what you can even do if you wanted to make really wrinkles? Because some of them I washed. So a few years ago, I did a project with fresh flowers in tote bags. You actually took the tote bag, you lay it out fresh. I think I did something. Oh, I did a journal entry, a junk journal entry with the fresh flowers here recently. It's on my YouTube channel. But you take the fresh flowers, you lay them out on the tote bag, cover it with some wax paper, and then take a hammer and beat the flowers. And the ink transfers from the flower into the tote bag. And so after, I wanted to see how they held up in the wash, and I washed a few, and they're really wrinkly. So I am going to try and paint on those really wrinkly ones and see what kind of effect I get. Because look how cool all these wrinkles are. The wrinkle parts really suck up the paint. I like that. So I am going to try that. I'm going to come down here while I have blue on my brush and paint this in. So when I get to the stars, I'll be ready. I'm going to dip a little bit more in my textile medium. This is this stuff I'm using. It's a folk art product. You can add it to acrylic paint. So it does two things. It helps your paint move on the surface, and it helps your paint not crack. So if you're painting on a t-shirt, yes, so fun. If you're painting on a t-shirt that you're going to be washing, it works out really well because then this textile medium cuts back on the wrinkling and the crack. Actually, it's more cracking that the acrylic paint will do. A couple of years ago when my niece and nephew, well, it was my niece was here with her kids, so my great nieces and nephew were here. Did you ever do, so you get colored t-shirts and you collect lawn stuff, twigs and leaves and what have you, and you lay them out so you get different shaped leaves and some twigs, maybe a rock, stuff that has a little detail to the side of it, and you lay them out and you put the shirts in the sun. So you don't bleach them, but you put the shirts, colored t-shirts, in the bright sun and you lay them out, and the sun bleaches around. So when you come and take the things off, you have the designs on the shirts. So that's fun too. Okay. So I'm going to wash my brush. I should probably get out a little bit more of my textile medium because when I go to do my flower, my textile medium has some blue in it. It's going to make my flowers green. So I'm going to get a different brush and I'm going to put a little bit of textile medium on my plate. Oh, I had orange. I didn't get my orange. I've never done that with just the, yes. So it's the same thing as if you had bleach in a spray bottle, but without using bleach. just the sun does it, and then the yard debris, or whatever you want to call it, the leaves and stuff, make a really cool pattern. You can actually do it with stuff that you find in the house that has cool shapes too. It doesn't necessarily, you can do it with stencils. Put a stencil out, a big stencil on a shirt, on a colored cotton t-shirt, and then leave it in the sun. And you can do it with that as well. So I put out separate, oh, I don't like this brush. I might have to get a new brush. I put out separate floating textile medium because I don't want to be putting my brush that I'm using with the yellow now in this textile, in the one with the blue, because I don't want to have green petals. So my town has a really nice Memorial Day parade on Monday. And the parade culminates, there's a really small local cemetery, about a mile and a half from my house. And the parade ends at the cemetery at a World War II memorial. And it's a really nice ceremony. So when everybody's done marching, the parade ends up there. They place the wreaths. And it's nice. Obviously, the men and women who march in the parade are getting smaller. So only certain veterans will come out to march, but it's still nice. We'll pretty much scooch up to the corner. Hello, is it Adoria Creations? Nice to see you. So I almost, you know what, you guys? I almost made jewelry tonight. I almost made jewelry, and you want to know why? Because this was Remember Me today. This collab, this Crafty Bunch Day event. And I had a sister. My sister was stolen away in 2016. My sister was a high school business teacher. But when she became an empty nester, she became creative later in life, just like I did. So when she became an empty nester, she started creating jewelry. And I have a lot of her beads and her jewelry stuff. And I was thinking about how this was Remember Me. And obviously there's probably not a day goes by I don't think about my sister. But I was like, maybe I'll make some kind of jewelry. And then I didn't get it together. And so I think I have paint on my face. I didn't get it together. I'm not a jewelry maker. I do sometimes for myself. And so I didn't feel qualified to come on here. But my sister was stolen away in 2016. And she is actually what inspired me. Her being stolen away and my grief is what inspired me to get back into painting and to share my painting and my passion for creativity with others. So maybe I'll do a jewelry another day. I have some time lapses of me making jewelry. I like to make earrings. They're quick and easy. And I'm going to hunker down later on and watch today's playlist. If you are new to me, I am a decorative acrylic artist. I have a YouTube channel as well, Teresa's Spot for Art. I do in-person events and Zoom events and art kits. So I provide complete art kits that come with a pre-traced surface like this one, but it would be on canvas. And then all the paint you need, the brushes, and a step-by-step video. You get paint. Usually get 2 brushes And then I walk you through literally brushstroke by brushstroke for the painting. My family made lots of friendship bracelets while we were together. Oh, how fun is that? That's really fun. Okay. Where's my brown? Oh, my brown is yucky. Let's see if I can get it unyucky. I'm actually having, because I want to get into the jewelry and I have all my sister's stuff, I'm actually having friends over this Thursday to make some, I forget what they're called, but they're bracelets. They're on elastic and you wrap them around, like they can go around your arm like 3 or 4 times. And so they looked pretty cool. I can use this one now. And so you can make your own designs, and depending on how the bracelet wraps around your arm, that's how you'll see it. It actually would look like 3 or 4 different bracelets, depending on how the design lays out when it's on your arm. But it's really just one bracelet that you just wrap around your arm like a ponytail. So I'm just mixing a little bit of brown and yellow. I want up here to be a little bit lighter in the center of my sunflower. My niece was here last weekend. Oh, I have a video of this too. So if you go to my YouTube channel, my niece came last weekend with her 3 kids, and my great nephew was dying to be in one of my YouTube videos. So on Sunday morning, we took over the kitchen table because I needed a lot of room. I just have basically my space here. We took over the kitchen table and painted. He painted an axolotl. Have you guys ever heard of an axolotl? I thought it was actually a fake creature. It's a real creature. It's like a toss between like a fish and look at an axolotl. AXOTOTL or something. It's a cross between like a fish and a salamander, or what do they call it? What are those little things called? You know what I mean. And so one painted the axolotl. He wanted to paint the axolotl. One painted a flamingo, and the other one painted this little hedgehog. And then I roughly edited the video and put it on YouTube because he had to see himself on one of my YouTube videos. So that was cute. He was very, very excited. So I'd do it. Why not, right? Oh, where's my rag? Oh, here it is. So I'm going to put some fresh white over here because I want to do this middle stripe white. I should have done this before so it dried. And I'm going to put out some more of this. This is just a lizard or a gecko. Yes, a gecko. I was thinking of, Linda. Thank you so much. Or a salamander, but yeah, I couldn't think of that. You know what? I'm getting old. This is just a this is a dose cup for medicine. And I will use it sometimes when I paint glass, and I'm using a medium for glass paint, and I will use it for this medium, the textile medium. They really come in handy because, you know, really, do you guys throw anything out? A lot of stuff I should throw out. So my daughter lives in Costa Rica, Linda, and there are lizards on the street and in the trees the size of dogs. Yes, I kid you not. They are huge. My daughter has one that lives right in the trees It comes down from the tree once in a while, but it basically lives right in the trees next to where she parks her car by her apartment where she lives. Oh yeah, talking about that, Capri. So saving everything. I've gotten into paper crafting and junk journaling. I actually even just started a membership with my friend and business partner, the Junk Journal Hive. And so now I'm even saving junk mail. I never saved junk mail in my life. And now I'm saving not all of it, but postcards and some envelopes, um, mailers. I'm saving like tissue paper and packing stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Crazy, I tell you. All right, I'm not liking this. See this brush, you guys? This brush is never going to come back together. This brush is going in the trash. Mm. This is a makeup sponge. I use it for stenciling. I used it the other day. I'm going to get my scissors. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm going to cut this off. You are right. So the other day I got, what did I get? Something came. And it was in like a plastic pouch, that mail or stuff comes in. I forget what it was. And part of the packaging was this suit. We have wonderful junk journals on the Crafty Bunch. Yes, we do. Um, was this, it was a tag. It had these odd looking little kids on it, but it was so colorful that I'm like, oh, I need to save this. And I saved it. Not like, so now, yes, I'm totally doing different things. All right. So I'm going to use my stencil instead of hand paint in. And I'm going to try and bunch it up a little bit because I don't want to put a lot of stars. I just want to put a few stars. And I'm going to try and do a little random because I could always come back and add more. So I bunched up my makeup sponge so it's small. And I'm just going to do a few and then we'll see. This might need 2 coats. Maybe when I do the second coat, I'll use a brush. I don't know. We shall see. Like I said, I'm kind of winging it because I really had my heart set on doing jewelry in memory of my sister. My sister made beautiful, beautiful jewelry. I have some of her beads and stuff downstairs. Beautiful stuff. She has like this collection of glass beads. So pretty. She was doing shows and she was doing like she was selling. My sister was very matchy poo poo too. She was 16 when she died. She was only 65 years old, but she was born in the early 50s, and everything had to match. Her shoes, her jewelry, her pocketbook. She always had to be very, very matchy. Those two were too close together. I don't like that. I might have to do something about that. Maybe I'll paint back over it with blue. We'll see. I was cutting file folders I saved from the treasure. File folders are the best. I've always used file folders for stuff. I just have a thing for file folders, especially colored ones. I actually, the other day, um, I wanted to, yep, need more. The other day I was in here and I was like, I need to straighten some stuff up. And I got file folders and filed my large, like, I guess stuff that I've cut out of magazines and for collaging and junk journaling. I have some like big sheets. I filed it all color coded with like the rainbow. So I have everything, like I took like the bulk of what the colors were and sorted them in file folders. I think I'm going to put one more here. And then maybe one more here. What do you think? Does that look like enough? I think so. So let's just put this. Well, I might want it again, so I'm just going to put it aside for now. I'm going to let them dry a little bit. So what I did, Capri, I have a carrying case. Let me get this out. Like a file cabinet that you would, like that closes, that you would take someplace or just have, it's bigger than a shoebox. And so I have my files in there. And I pretty much I separated everything. First, I separated and color coded my recycled stuff, like from magazines and catalogs. Then I put like music sheets. Then I put like vintage. Then I put my handmade papers, because I like to make papers. I have a jelly plate and I like to make papers, like I do marbling. Thank you, Anne. And so I did a pretty good job, I think, of organizing it the other day. I was pretty impressed with myself. I was like thinking, I need to do something with this stuff. I was doing a video and I was like, I got to take care of this stuff. And so it's a box. It's probably like this big. It's got the lid. And then I have a few shoe boxes. So in my shoe boxes, I have my stamps and my washi tape and grommets and stuff like that. So, and like I said, this is all new to me. So I'm sure it will be evolving. So impressed that you took the time and organized. Yeah, because you know what? It was just getting, honestly, I'm proud of myself too. And I appreciate you saying that. And I think it was good because I just started basically paper crafting like in the fall and then got really into it after the holiday. And before my stash got out of control, I was like, I was looking for something. And I was like, before my stash gets out of control, I have to do something with this because it's just crazy. And so I'm glad that I was able to take the time the other day and do it. I need some more of this stuff. This down here, my textile medium is floating into my brown a little bit, but I don't care. That'll just change the darkness of my red paint. I'm okay with that. I don't want purple, so I'm not mixing it in this one with the blue. And I don't want pink, so I'm not mixing it where I have the white. So you just have to be careful. I'm not a color mixing expert, but I get my way around it. Yeah, I like that I decided to do it on a tote bag too. I think I would and should do it again on a t-shirt. I think I would like this design on a t-shirt. So maybe I will reproduce it on a t-shirt as well. It's easy enough. And I'm just base coating. I'm going to get into what time. Yeah, we have time. Once I'm done with these stripes and stuff, when I start adding in all the details, I've told you my pizza analogy. I actually did a printable for my pizza analogy. I don't know if I showed it on my page yet. How acrylic painting is like making a pizza in layers. I don't know what this is. A little something on there. Yeah. So I'm just doing the base coating now. And then when we get into all the details, that's when my painting is really going to come to life. So, Capri, I don't know how long you've been painting. I've been painting like 15 years. And you've seen my studio. I've shared pictures of it. I can share pictures of it again. I have a ton of paint, a ton of paint. And this past year, I was in a course or a membership with my friend Royce from Royce Cycled Papers. She has a really good multimedia decoupage membership, and she's an amazing artist. And so in the membership was a section on, or a guide on, or a lesson on the color wheel. And finally, for the first, yeah, finally, and that was me too. So I had a color for everything. Finally, I understand the color wheel by the way that Royce from Royce Cycled Papers, oh, didn't want white. See, because I'm talking, explained it. So now I feel like I have a better grasp, which helps me. So when I'm painting for myself, I have this whole thing here with all the paints. I have folk art on one level, it's a tiered tray, and then my deco art on another level. So when I'm painting for myself, I do have all the colors and I love it. But now when I go to my in-persons, I only bring the rainbow. I follow Royce. Oh, Royce is awesome. Love Royce. I only bring the rainbow and black and white, sometimes just the primes in black and white. And I encourage my in-person people to mix, or I will help them mix. And it has become so much easier. Not only has it become so much easier, but I love how now a lot of people's designs are that much more different, because even though everybody's is purple or green or whatever, everyone has different values of those colors. Some are light, some are dark, some are pastel, some are bright. And it really is cool. Last week, what did we paint? Oh, we did these wood cutouts from our diverse woodworking. And I might have to paint something here so I don't have that line, but I'm going to leave that for now because we're not going to have time. Okay, so I'm just leaving that. And everyone's was so cool. Everyone really, because of they were either mixing colors themselves or they had me mixing the colors. Everyone's came out really, really cool, and they were different. And I was so proud of my painters. A lot of them have been painting with me for like 5 years. And I was like, you guys, I'm so proud of you now, mixing colors and not being afraid and doing your own thing. It was awesome. But I also think that comes from me too, that I learned so much from Royce, love Royce, that I'm more comfortable mixing colors too. So if I'm more comfortable and I'm bringing colors to mix, now my painters are more comfortable too. I just want to make this a little bit lighter around the perimeter of my flower. And then I'm going to get to the details. A cute piece of lace trim would line that. Oh, that is true. That is true. I could do that too. It doesn't have to be paint, right? That would be cute. Maybe that's what will happen. Not tonight, but. Okay, brightened it up a little bit. I like that. Let me wash my brush. Let me get out a liner brush. Okay. Get out some black. I can keep using this because I don't care if I'm using the black. I'm going to roll my liner brush between my thumb. Oh, you can't see. Whenever I use a small brush or a liner brush, I roll it between my thumb and my forefinger. I want to bring all the bristles together and make a point. And then I'm going to come up here and start doing little outline. This is why I don't care if you can see the pencil marks, because we're coming back in here and we're adding in this line. So you're not going to see the pencil marks anymore. Pick up a little bit more. Come back to my green. So anybody have any plans for this Memorial Day weekend? Is there a parade? I want to do some painting of fabric. Oh, thank you, thank you. I said I was torn between doing jewelry tonight in honor of my sister or painting this on a canvas tote or a t-shirt, and now I want to paint it on a t-shirt. When you paint and do fabric painting, do you use fabric paint? Do you use fabric medium? I'm using this folk art fabric medium. That's what I'm dipping into in here, my little cough medicine cup. I probably dip in the fabric medium like when I'm doing big stuff, like every 2 or 3 strokes. There we go. The only place I didn't use the fabric medium was on the stars, because I painted the stars with a stencil and a sponge. So back to, yes, use fabric. Thank you. So I was saying before, if I'm new to you, I've come up with an analogy that I equate painting with pizza. And the first thing is, we don't judge or eat our pizza until it's done. And we don't judge our artwork until it's done. And then painting goes in layers. So your surface, in this case, it was this tote bag. Your surface is your crust. Then the background would be the sauce. Then the base coating in of all the elements, and in this case, the blue, the yellow, the brown, the red, and the white, would be the cheese. And then what I'm doing now, the details, would be the toppings. And you paint in the layers exactly the way you would make a pizza. Boom, 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 boom. One on top of each other. Hey, Laura, nice to see you. And so I created a little PDF showing that, and I think it's really, really cute. Plus, who doesn't love pizza? Well, especially if I was telling somebody today, I like pizza, but only New York pizza. Chicago supposedly has good pizza. Maybe New Jersey has decent pizza. I don't know. Miss your face. Hi, Miss Laura. You're going to see my face next Saturday. I was telling everybody earlier before you hopped on how I took this part-time nursery job, and it is kicking my butt, but I love it. Pizza is pizza is a great way it just came to me because, first of all, who doesn't love pizza? Second of all, I am obsessed with food. I'm just going to put a few black highlights in the stripes. I'm going to come back and I'm going to add some white ones too. Okay. Go around this side. I'm going to wash my brush. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but with white. And I want some fresh textile medium. Again, I'm going to put it over here this time, because I can't use this one. It's all contaminated. Let's see. Let's move over. All right. I'm going to get my textile medium. I'm going to dip in white. Again, I'm going to roll my brush between my thumb and my forefinger. And now I'm going to add a little bit of white. Look how the white just makes it pop. Oh, it actually would. This is a tote bag. I'm going to have, if you wanted something for your front door, we would have to paint it on wood. And I also said, I think I'm going to repaint this on a t-shirt. So am I last today, Miss Cheryl? Or is somebody after me? Find Laura could build a tote bag with a... That you could. So that Capri, that Laura there, we've known each other for almost 30 years. Our kids went to nursery school together back in the day. Ooh, picked up a little bit of black there. Ooh. Put a little bit of white in here. And then I want to just highlight some of my stars. And then we'll be all set. Makes them look a little twinkly, right? Yes. I would say that Laura is responsible for all of my tattoos because she made me get my first one, which led to the next. I'll just say several. You guys have seen these. This is new. This is an anagram. It's hard for people to read. I know what it says. I had it designed, but it actually says Sam Sid. It says SAM SYD for my kids, Sam and Sydney. She was definitely a good influence. We had a lot of fun when our kids were in nursery school. Next 20. Now, I'm not to 20 yet, but there's quite a few. And then I'm always like, oh, that's my last one. And then I go to Costa Rica with my daughter or to see my daughter and I get another one. Okay. This was perfect timing, you guys, because I think I'm done. Oh, let me just do this. This is what I want to add. Where's my rag? Here it is. Go back in here. Get a little black. I'm just going to add a little few lines. When I did flowers with the at my library the other day, I was saying where they were good at mixing the colors, and I was so proud of them. I was calling these whiskers. I'm like, you just want a few whiskers, maybe 3 whiskers in each petal. And that's it. Voila. So let me turn you guys around. I'm not going to pull out the cardboard, so you're not going to be able to see it because it's still wet and if it lays on each other. But here we go. What do you guys think? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. You're right. I think, Capri, you had a good idea. I might put like ribbon or lace around it to like frame it in. I think that's a good idea. Good idea, Capri. Thanks. It's nice to see you again. So, am I last? You're not first, you're last. That's from a movie. I'm just kidding, you guys. It was a movie. I might be last. I don't know. But I am going to thank you, Michelle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'll hold it up because you guys would rather look at this than me. Thank you guys for joining. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, I'll pop it in the description and the links as well. Enjoy your weekend. Whatever it is that you do, let us not forget and remember people that we've lost in our lives and that people who have dedicated their lives to us in this country. I love you guys. I am so happy to be back with the Crafty Bunch and held accountable to show up live tonight and catch up with you all. I needed it. Thank you guys. Love you. Have a great night.